Spank 26, please take your seats for the start of the National Awards. Spank 26, are you ready? Please welcome onto the stage our wonderful hosts from Concrete, Emily Pittshaw and Hannah Foley.
How are we all doing?
Ooh, let's get you up here. So I'm Emily, this is Hannah. You'll have seen us milling around today. We're going to keep this very, very short and sweet, like us. And we just want to say a huge thank you for everyone that has taken so much time to travel here, however you've come, by coach, by car, by train, and we really hope that you're having the time of your life. We also want to say, and this will come later as well, but a huge thank you to everyone from the SPA for running this, for putting this together. So if everyone could put their hands together to start with for that.
I think we all need to say a huge thank you to catering, to the bar staff, to all the technicians behind the scene. We want to say a big thank you to UESU for hosting and letting us take over their space for the weekend. And
we're going to give you one start on your bingo cards. So if anyone's got take a selfie on stage,
we've got you covered.
We're here for it. Everyone smile, peace signs out.
I don't know if the camera will pick up that far.
We're going to pass over to Matthew Stothard, ex-Concrete Editor-in-Chief and Chair of the SPAs. Put it up for Matthew.
Thank you. Hello, and welcome to the 2026 SPA National Awards here at UEA. First of all, a huge thank you to Millie and Hannah. They've put in so much work over the last few months to make this weekend happen, and everyone here really appreciates everything that you've done. I really hope you enjoyed your first day of excellent talks. I also hope you're ready to be back here bright and early tomorrow morning, with apologies from us in advance that we picked the dates for the conference before we realised that the clocks were going forward tonight. You've got Jem Bree coming up soon with some excellent jokes, so I'm going to keep this short and sincere. It's very special to me that we're doing this at UEA. As some of you know, I was co-editor-in-chief of Concrete a couple of years ago. And that was such a special time for me, hanging out with the most brilliant, talented and dedicated people. And I know there's lots of current and ex-Concrete editors in the room tonight who will share that feeling very much. I think one of the biggest joys of Spank is that it brings together all of those different people. It's the first laugh of many, I'm sure. It brings together all of those amazing people from so many different publications in one place, and I hope if you get nothing else from tonight, that you use the time to really celebrate yourselves and your team and your successes, regardless of whether you win an award. Now, another brilliant team I've had the pleasure of working with is, of course, the SPA team. It's been such a delight to lead my wonderful exec team this year, and to have brought together such a dedicated team of regional project officers, who've worked really hard to bring you, especially a brilliant slate of regional events this year. I've hosted many years. I'm very proud to say this year we've hosted an event in every SPA region. And of course, thank you to our trustees as well, who have put in a real shift as always to support the team in putting on this weekend. As you will have heard me say already, if you were at the welcome talk this morning, if you would like to be in this role next year, please do come along to the AGM tomorrow and stand for one of the exec roles, or you can apply for one of the RO or PO roles, which will open sometime after the conference, time pending, because I do still need to create the application form. And as ever, we're happy to talk to you if you are interested. Now, the last thing for me to do is to introduce your hosts for this evening. Jem and Bree are two of our trustees and are now seasoned professionals at hosting these awards. They're both real Spank fixtures. They first attended in 2014, just 1 year into Spank's history, and they also hosted these awards only a few years after that. Now, at the SPA, we're all a bit sad this year because it's Bree's last year as a trustee with us. But that does mean we need to make tonight extra special, so I would encourage you to laugh at all the jokes, however funny you find them. But in all seriousness, it's been such a pleasure working with Jem and Bree this year, and you couldn't be in better hands for tonight. So the only thing left for me to say is huge good luck to everyone nominated, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you very much.
Your chair, Matthew Stothard. Now, Spank 26, are you ready? Please welcome to the stage a woman who was available at the time and a man who it's a bit sad to be losing this year, according to our chair. Welcome your hosts for this evening, Jem Collins and Aubrey Allegretti.
England. I am Bree.
And my name is Jem, and by day we are your trustees, and tonight we are your dazzling award hosts.
Yes. Less Anton Deck and more Alan Partridge and Lynn. Thank you for laughing.
I am warning you now, we have a lot of Norwich references coming up. If you don't understand, just laugh anyway, it'll be fine. It is a city steeped in history, the birthplace of Philip Pullman, wordsmith Stephen Fry, Olivia Colman, not to be confused with the mustard, and the protagonist in the Agatha Christie saga. It's ... Rebecca Vardy's account.
After your first day at conference, I'm sure I speak for everyone in thanking our wonderful hosts, Concrete, who have paid for the wine on all of your tables. And, of course, all of the sponsors sat down here at the front. We're very grateful for them making this whole weekend happen. So a big round of applause to both Concrete and all of our sponsors.
So we have 250 of you here this evening, which is low-key a little bit terrifying for me right now. And we also have some of you watching on the live stream as well. So a special shout out to the University Times in Dublin, who I know are all watching together. Cute. As well as Sky of the Beaver from LSE, who I know you said you're watching too. And also my cat, Swirls. I really hope Swirls is watching my cat.
We also had an adorable inquiry from a couple called the Struts, who said that they were the grandparents of a shortlisted student and that they would be joining remotely. So an extra big shout out to the Struts.
And if if you are watching from home and it's not just one person on the live stream, do let us know. We are at SPAJournalism or hashtag SPANK26 and we will give you a shout out.
Yes, you will need to wade through all of the videos from last night's karaoke. I stand by mine, Oshin and Emma's performance of Toxic, and a special shout out to the team that sang In the Navy, which I think wins the award for the most left field choice. Most passionate, maybe.
That was good. I would not have predicted that. I also particularly enjoyed the Proclaimers, I Would Walk 500 Miles, who turns out have played on this very stage. So I will let you choose who did the better rendition, them or us last night. Now, we do have some more organised fun for you this evening as well, which you may have spotted. So there are some bingo cards on your tables with various fun things on them, including if I take my shoes off at any point in the night. So watch out.
Just like last night, but with slightly less wonderful hosts, we are looking for a line. And if you do get a line on your bingo card, you can let us know about it by setting off the confetti cannon on your table.
No, we've decided that it's a line because we think it'll be too hard. I'm sorry, we're overruling it.
We thought about doing the whole bingo card, but then we decided that might be too much. So we're looking for a single line. Horizontal or vertical, no diagonals. Or did I explain the confetti?
No, I think you did explain the confetti.
So the way to signify to us if you have won your bingo by getting a line is by setting off the confetti cannon in the middle of your table. Rosie, would you like to, well, not demonstrate by setting it off, but hold it up so they know what they're looking for. It's one of those round cylinders there. You only get one go at this, of course, so don't mess it up.
So yeah, you get a line, give us a confetti cannon, we'll give you a prize. We also do have some other bits. You may have seen our hot takes board at the back. Please do keep adding to them. Brie, I believe you might have some hot takes for us to read.
I do. I've been admiring the work at the back of the room. My hot take, for what it's worth, is that I think all student publications should be named after animals. I've got 4 here to read out. I'm going to start with one of my favourites, which is This Might Just Be the Best Spank Yet. Thank you very much. It's a shame that was written before the awards started. It could yet be the worst spank yet.
I particularly enjoy this one. I have no hot takes. I'm just happy to be here. Lol.
I have We're better than real journalists because we aren't paid.
Journalism exists outside of London.
I've got one that says, not enough spanking at Spank.
Not everything is a LinkedIn opportunity.
Amen. And then finally, I've got magazines have more aura than newspapers. A controversial one to divide the room.
I'll give you one more, and then we'll take some more later, but I also have, I don't want to be a journalist, I'd rather be anything else.
Yeah, this is the terrible thing that you could be in front of your eyes. Now, one final thing before we do get going. We have 250 of you wonderful people here with us tonight. So I'm going to try and call people out by nations and regions that they've come from. First of all, have we got anyone here from Ireland? And what else have I got here? How about people from Scotland? Oh, that was impressive. How about Wales? Excellent. I met some of them outside earlier, so I know they're here. And are there any English in as well tonight? And the best until last. Who here's from Norwich? Well done, well done. Excellent.
Wonderful. So let's get to what we are all here for. The awards. Brie and I had the privilege of, I'm going to be a little bit, corny and cheesy now, but we had the privilege of shortlisting these again this year, and it was an amazing quality. We do personally read through every single submission, so I have read through 100 in however many categories, and you should all be just very, very proud of even being here. And this year, we had a record-breaking year with more than 1,400 entries.
Incredible work, incredible work. It's not quite as many as the British Kebab Awards. They had 5,000. So that's our aim for next year.
However, it is bigger than the British Journalism Awards, so take that, press gazette.
Yeah. So here is how tonight is going to work. We have 26 categories with a winner and highly commended in each, picked by our expert lineup of judges. In the first half, we'll go through the individual publication awards, and then we'll move on to the national publications. So first we'll be celebrating the individuals, then the publications themselves. It is a lot to get through, so we are here to keep you entertained and make sure everything happens snappily.
If you are lucky enough to hear your name, I hope that you do, please do come up to the stage. Winners and highly commended, you will both get the time to come up. The route to the stage is to your right. Yeah, you're right. So you will come up, there is a ramp, you will then get your photo taken and be able to give a short, preferably teary speech. It's on the bingo card, so I would like to see it. And if you are on the brink of crying, I will pass you the mic and kind of give you a shove.
Absolutely. And if someone isn't here for your publication, but you're still here representing it, please do come up and collect the award on their behalf, and ideally make sure that they get it home in one piece. Otherwise, I will play the Delia Smith clip that says, "Where are you?" I'm glad some of you got that. Thank you, Peter.
It's okay, someone got that at the front and shouted, "Let's be having you back." That's what I wanted from that. We'll have an interval in about 90 minutes' time, so you will get a break from me, do not worry. But the bar will be open throughout, so do feel free to wander about, time your bar strips for when you're not up for something, put some hot takes up. Unfortunately, the certificates have been printed, so I can't take bribes, but I will take white wine anyway if you want to bring it.
Yes, or a double vodka coke for yours truly. And I just wanted to say before we start that you've produced some absolutely brilliant work. It's entertained, it's inspired, it's made changes on your campuses. So, as always, you're all winners.
Okay, does anyone want to do some awards? I think you can do better than that. Would anyone like to do some awards? Okay, so first up, we are going to arts and culture, which was such a wide category from Bristol ballroom culture to Dublin Fashion Week, and this was judged by Alice Jones, Deputy Editor of Culture and Books for The Times and The Sunday Times. Of the highly commended, the judge said, "This is a polished and professional review with a critic's eye and a fan's heart. I really enjoyed it, particularly the latter half of the review, where it zeroes in on analysis over description." The highly commended, and our first award of the evening, goes to Charlotte Ward from Concrete!
So many people. Anyway, I mean, first and foremost, I want to say thank you to every single person on Concrete. From the writers to the senior editorial team, everyone is just so lovely, and it's been one of the best parts of my university experience to have contributed to the paper over the past 2 years. And a massive shout out to our editor-in-chief, Millie, who's gone above and beyond this year. And then, as this is for arts and culture, I can't not shout out Mike and Robin, who have done such a great job of leading arts and culture section this year. But thank you so, so much.
There was a second there where I thought we were going to get tears on the first award of the night, and I was really excited. Okay, on to the winner. The judge said, "Excellent analysis, tools to engage audiences online. A nicely written blend of explainer, review, audience theories, and the director's own comments. I was hooked by it, and so were many others. It's proven a hit online because of how it speaks to what we watch and how we engage with films now." Smart. The winner is Eleanor Bate, Epigram!
hoping I wouldn't win so I wouldn't have to say anything. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone at Epigram. I am absolutely chuffed. I love movies, I love writing, and yeah, thank you so much.
Congratulations! We're now going to move on to Best Lifestyle Piece. Many may say that student journalism is in itself a lifestyle. Oh my God, I feel that. But for this category, we are looking at any story that touches on the human experience. That could be beauty, personal essays, societal commentary, and this year we were lucky enough to have this judged by Sophie Gallagher, features and lifestyle editor of the I newspaper. It was sponsored by our friends at Cardiff University's School of Journalism, Media and Culture. They had this message to share with you. At Cardiff University, we have been training journalists for over 50 years and continue to produce qualified postgraduates who work all over the UK media industry. You basically can't go to any media newsroom or event without bumping into someone who's been Cardiff trained. This year, we've sponsored the SPA's Best Lifestyle Piece category and been really impressed with the quality of the work. In a difficult world, good lifestyle journalism cuts through the noise and the powerlessness many people feel when they get overwhelmed and depressed by the news. By contrast, great lifestyle pieces connect with people and bring them together. This year's contenders do just that. Of the highly commended, the judge, Sophie, said, "Brilliant personality that really came through in this piece as a reader. Great structure, nice pictures, good writing with humour and a readable tone." The highly commended for Best Lifestyle Piece goes to Anna Foley from Concrete.
Hello again. First and foremost, I have to thank the women who, without this article, just wouldn't be possible. She's taught me that anything is possible and that I am a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. And that is, of course, Miss Barbie. If you don't know, I used a Barbie phone for 2 weeks and I've got her here with me because I couldn't not. And ultimately, if I could, all of you should go try a flip phone for 2 weeks. You'll surprise yourself. And I would swap your phones for you, but I think that's a crime. So instead, I think it's only fitting to recreate like the classic Oscars moment. And would you guys take a selfie with me on Miss Barbie phone? Thanks, guys. Would you like to, to be honest?
Yeah, for sure.
I guarantee you the quality of this selfie is going to be so trash.
I don't know if you'll be able to tell we're even in it.
How do you even do it?
So you've got to use the mirror on the back.
Use the mirror.
You don't have bingo, you don't have a line. Okay, give me a sec.
It's got a mirror on
Okay, smile. There we go.
Amazing. Okay, we're going to come back to that in a second over there. Can you... Let's do this and then we'll come back to that.
Okay, fabulous. We've locked that in at the back.
We've
Now-
dispatched the adjudicator to the bingo card.
You don't want to mess with Emma Penny, man. You really don't. On to the winner for Best Lifestyle Piece. Our judge, Sophie, said, "A really brave piece to write, let alone publish, and not surprised that so many people have read it. I'm not sure I've ever seen someone write about this topic in this way. It's important to share and done in such a smart way. Well done." The winner is Sasha Cowie from The Courier.
Almost there.
here I am crying. I think a massive thank you to the courier, every single one of them that's been so massively supportive. Massive thank you to all my girls at home and my boyfriend. You've been absolutely great to me. To Libby, our editor-in-chief, and to Lucy Bauer, our previous editor-in-chief. You guys have been great. And now I'm going to really cry. The biggest thank you has to go to my best friend Ruby, who fully supported me through the start of this and fully supported me till now. And I came out with this article anonymously at first, and she was the one that supported me to come out with it publicly. And the biggest advice I would say to anyone that has this, even if you come out with it publicly or not, is the people that judge you for having this are not worth the time, and that is what Ruby told me, and I've stuck with that since day one, since she told me that. So the biggest thank you, and this award is me and for Ruby as well, 100%.
It's bingo time.
Okay, I've heard the adjudicators' results that bingo is approved for a line. Who are you? Who won? Who are you? Cherwell. Cherwell got a line. Who is going to be getting a house? That is the question. We will continue until someone gets a house. Okay. Right, where are we? Okay, we are now going to go to Best Photographer. I will be completely honest, Brie did write some terrible jokes about photography and snaps, and I'm just going to ignore them, and this won't be the first time this happens all night. This was judged by Alex Hickson, the assistant news picture editor of The Times. And Alex said of the highly commended, "This person's images are of excellent quality, showing a great command of composition and timing. They cover joy in a hectic environment, harness light and shade, as well as an impactful and important news photograph. They show a level of willingness to access remote, often dangerous locations, which is valuable work for photojournalists. The person's images are of industry standard." And the highly commended goes to Manraj Gill from The Saint.
I'd like to clarify, I'm not actually Manraj Gill, but he's a very good friend of mine on The Saints, and he's a fantastic photographer, and I wish him the best. Hopefully he's watching tonight. Thanks.
Thank you to my colleagues for the note they've written me in the script to tell me off for not doing my job properly. Cool, right, on to the winner. This person said, "This winner's photograph instantly brings the viewer inside the story. The composition of the first photograph in particular was excellent, conveying the main themes of the story. The second is exactly what picture editors look for in the newsroom, and the last image shows your skill in capturing a crucial moment in a live performance, often a very difficult task." So, we have a Scottish 2 for 2. It is Jason Font from Strathclyde Telegraph!
Hello, I am not Jason Fong, but I am from Scotland. So these are for all the folks in the back. You came so far, it took so long, the trains, the buses, the planes, but here we are, 2 in a row. Go Scotland, and enjoy the rest of your night, folks.
How do you follow that up? Oh, Josh, what a legend. There is a card about him pinned at the back of the wall, which we're going to be reading out later. I don't know if he knows about it yet. Anyway, we're now going to turn to Best Comment Piece, which is always one of the most hotly contested categories, and this year was no exception. Our shortlisting team had to read more than 100 entries to narrow down to our shortlist, and I can promise you we do read every single one. This year, the award was judged by Camilla Tominey, Associate Editor of The Telegraph and presenter of the Daily Tea podcast, and Marina Hyde, columnist at The Guardian and co-host of the Rest is Entertainment podcast. Of the highly commended, our judges said, "This brought tears to my eyes. I thought it was a sensitively and sharply written piece about parental loss which laid bare the author's grief without resorting to sentimentality." The highly commended for Best Comment Piece goes to Kaylee Stewart from SPAJournalism.
Hi, I want to thank my amazing team at SPAJournalism. Love you guys so much, and I couldn't do any of this without you. And you guys are the best ever. So.
Congratulations! Now moving on to our winner of this entry, our judges said, "I loved the raw honesty of this, which will echo so many people's experiences. It melded personal experience with policy analysis very skillfully, an excellent use of the most deeply personal story to make a wider and truly important social point. I hugely admired how this piece was written." The winner is Isabel Catamol from The Badger.
I want to thank everyone from The Badger. I love you guys. You're my support system. I'm going to cry. I also want to dedicate this to my stepdad. He was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. This article is all for him. It's about the tragic case of Jessica Bradley, who passed away due to cancer after going to her GP practice multiple times and not getting any sort of support. So if you go to your GP practice 3 times and they say nothing, tell them about Jessica's Law, because you can then hopefully get your diagnosis and hopefully have a reason to keep going. So, yeah. Thank you so much.
I don't know if you spotted, but we also had the Badger mascot come up on stage there, so shout out to Brad. It's really cool, it's a little badger. Cool, next up we are heading to sport. And this award was judged by Joe Harston, a sports journalism trainee at The Times, who's giving a talk at this very conference, or may have done today actually, so if you missed it, that's too late. After making the jump from student journalism to nationals. So, of the highly commended, our judge said, "Writing impactful sports news can be extremely difficult in student journalism, but this person does this to a high quality in all 3 of these pieces. They did not shy away from writing original investigations on matters that evidently affect students' employment and participation in sport, and have written them in a clear and enjoyable way for a reader outside of that sphere." So, the highly commended goes to Rachel Gore of The Board.
I'm not Rachel, but I will be accepting on her behalf. She was such an amazing mentor for me as previous sport editor, and she's totally deserving of this award, so I'm really glad I'm able to accept this for her.
Okay, of the winner. Our judge said, the impact and entertainment value across the 3 articles showed what a versatile writer this person is, with a perfect blend of primary and secondary research, allowing student athletes to share their stories. Their feature writing is filled with humour, colour and personality, while still offering an insightful angle on 2 less popular sports. The winner is Elodie Cohen from The Saint.
Yeah, fantastic work to Elodie. Brilliant writer, and again, not me. Yeah, thanks so much.
Thanks, Simon. We're now moving on to Best Interview, and a reminder that if you are watching along from home, please do send us your messages and pictures on socials. You can tag us at SPAJournalism and hashtag Spank26, and we'll read out the best and probably the worst later. We're going to move on to Best Interview, and this award was judged by Adam Fleming, presenter of BBC Newscast, and someone that I've been trying to get to speak at Spank since I started here about 1,000 years ago, Michelle Hussein, the host of the Michelle Hussein Show podcast on Bloomberg. A fantastic pair of interviewers between them, I'm sure you'll agree. It was also kindly sponsored by the kind folks at Bloomberg, so please welcome them to the stage. There were 2 of them, and now there's 1. Hello, thank you for joining us.
Just me, that's okay.
Say anything you like, or just jump straight into it.
Yeah, hi, I'm Rose. I'm at Bloomberg. Sadly, no Michelle Hussein, but I will do my best. So yeah, it's been so fun to be here today and meet everybody. Like, you all do such amazing work, so great job to everyone. But yeah, what Michelle and the judges said. So for the highly commended, the judges said, this made me feel like I was there during the conversation. It uses a story on a small scale to nod toward bigger societal issues. It's very well written, but particularly well structured, with a great opening and a killer ending. So, the highly commended for Best Interview goes to Simon Ezra Jackson from The Saint.
Thank you very much. It's nice to actually be up for me. This is like interview with the meme accounts admin of our Overheard Instagram. It's fun to write up. I'm glad it won. Yeah, thanks so much. Shout out to Overhearders.
So, now for the winner. So here the judges said it was an illuminating choice of subject through which readers can connect with a faraway place. The small details of everyday life are told very well. There was amazing access to a very difficult to reach place, which provides the kind of granular insight which was missing all too often in coverage of the story elsewhere in many established outlets, showing that student journalism can be uniquely about students, but also the wider news agenda at the same time. So, the winner is Isla Mustin from Palatinate.
Isla. She couldn't make it here tonight. But I know what she'd want me to say is that her story was about a Durham student who had won a scholarship, a Gazan student who was then trapped, and it's honestly one of the most meaningful stories that I have ever read. And I think it's so great that Isla managed to share it. So we at Palatinate are all super proud of her. And I would encourage everyone to read it because, as Michelle Hussein said, it's such an important story. So she'll be very happy when I give this to her. So thank you.
Okay, where should we go next? Do we have any science and tech writers in the room? Is there like 2 of you? Oh my gosh. Okay. Right, our next award is Best Science and Technology Piece. This was sponsored by our long-time friends of the SPA, the Association of British Science Writers, and we are so grateful for their continued support. This was judged by their team as well. So I am thrilled to welcome Anushka Sinha from ABSW to present it.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I am from the ABSW, the Association of British Science Writers. I did judge this piece. The other piece that is coming up was judged by my colleague Deborah Cohen. Now, this article for the highly commended took a little talked about topic and made it both comfortable and accessible for the reader. It was definitely an impactful and well-researched piece. The highly commended for science and tech piece goes to Jennifer O'Neill from Mancunian for her piece on how clinical trials can change your life.
So if you have on your bingo card, I'm obviously not, then you can tick it off. But I'm obviously not Jennifer, but I teamed her earlier and I said, hey, when you win, what would you want us to say? And she said, haha, lots of confidence, but there you go. So have trust in yourselves. She said, the article was to try and engage young people in getting involved in research. So winning this award will really help in spreading the message. Thank you to the managing editors at the Mancunian, especially Adela, for being so supportive when I took over the science and tech role from her. And thanking Alicia, my co-editor, for being so amazing. And thanks to everyone at the Mancunian for making the newspaper a fun place to be. So congratulations to Jennifer.
Now on to the winner. For this piece, it was a well-researched and extremely relevant piece. The critical review of this person's university's role shows critical analysis of the writer's observations, and the winner is Victoria Travis from Palatine and her piece on Inside COP30.
For nominating me, and I didn't realise I had to make a speech, and I texted my friend, she went, thank me, so thank you, Rosa. And yeah, I guess thank you, everyone. Have a good night, guys.
Fantastic. We're now moving on to Best Creative Piece, awarded to an article that entertains the audience, unlike my karaoke performances last night. Honestly, it turns out the lyrics to What I Go to School For by Busted are actually very problematic. But moving swiftly on. This award could be from anything from a sketch to satire, and this award was judged by Natasha Presky, a creative writer herself and senior journalist for BBC News. Of the highly commended, Natasha said, "This person's humour had me chuckling to myself. Despite having zero knowledge of their university or its staff, I still felt it was incisive and entertaining. This was a risky format that could have easily fallen flat, but it actually was very well executed." The highly commended is Elgin Addison from The Cheese Grater.
It's not me. I am humour and satire editor of the Cheese Grater magazine, the best publication at UCL! All I want to say is that humour is the best section of our publication. Every single paper should have a humour section. Elgin is incredible. When I asked him if he wanted to submit for our issue in January, he sent me like 8 pieces. He works like a machine. I'm very proud of him. He'll be very, very happy with this. Thank you very much.
Phenomenal, phenomenal work. Right, we're now moving on to the winner. And our judge said that this piece had me scoffing. The writing is nicely understated, and the journalistic skill peppers the report with humorous references relevant to the target audience, great headline, and nice, light-hearted use of stats. The winner is Sophia Lambis from Epigram!
Sophia, but we worked on this article together. Well, kind of. She wrote the article, I did the digital side, and it was a kind of a collaboration with our meme account at Bristol Overheard at UOB. It was about our performative mail contest, and the winner bought a huge vibrator, and it was amazing. Thank you so much to Spank. I fucking love you all.
I want to hear the rest of that story in the interval.
I really hope someone's keeping a tally of the amount of people that have come up and said it's not me, because I would like that statistic at the end. Right, it's a big one now. It is Best Investigation. Well, that was good. I like that noise. This award was judged by 2 people with immense experience. Owen Gibson, Deputy Editor of The Guardian, and Kat Neelan, who is Whitehall Editor of The Observer. It was also sponsored by UEA Journalism, and we are so grateful to have them on board. And they are in the room to present it. I think they should be. Yeah, come on up. I can see you moving.
Everyone, how are you all? Thank you. Just a couple of thoughts. I'm looking around this room and I'm seeing plenty of talent, lots and lots of talent, and I really wish you all the best for the industry. The thing that I'd like to say to you is this: If you're a white bloke in this audience, can you please make sure that you employ women? If you're a white bloke in this audience, can you please make sure that you employ people of colour? If you're a white bloke in this audience, would you please employ people who are from the LGBTQI community? If you're a white bloke in this audience, will you please employ people with visible and invisible disabilities? And if you're a white bloke in this audience, for fuck's sake, do your job and get more people into leadership who are not white blokes. Okay, I've got to take my glasses out now. And my students in the room know that I mean every word of it, and they also have given me permission to swear. So, Vice-Chancellor of the University of East Anglia, don't sack me, because you've got a room full of journalists who will back me for saying what I just said. The other thing is, I've got to thank the SPA for asking the University of East Anglia to host this. It's an honour, and I've also got to thank the University of East Anglia for supporting it, and my colleagues who were able to sort of make sure that Millie, who's done a fantastic job here, and I want to give a special shout out to Millie's parents. Many of you won't know this, but they were the taxi drivers who ferried people around. And I'm going to get sacked if I don't say this. The University of East Anglia has the best journalism department in the whole wide world. So, of the highly commended, the judges said, excellent reporting. Oh, I better tell you my name, hadn't I? If this goes well tonight, I'm Barney Chowdhury. If it doesn't, I'm Clive Myrie. Of the highly commended, the judges said, excellent reporting that could act as a jumping-off point for further investigation. A very worrying story highlighting the precariousness of students living without financial support. The highly commended goes to, drum roll, Emily Stewart of ENRG on Couchsurfing in Edinburgh.
I did not think I would be up here, so thank you. I'm here on my own, so thank you to everyone for being so welcoming. I've had such a good time here. SPA is just the greatest. I'm having such a fantastic time. Hopefully next year more people from Energy can come along. Yeah, thank you so much.
Now we need a bigger drum roll, please. Thank you. Finally, the winner of this person, our judges said, meticulous reporting that treated the subject sensitively and had real impact, prompting action from others. An important piece of work. The winners are 5 people from Cherwell for their article on a student's sexual abuse complaint. Step Up, Archie Johnson, Stanley Smith, Arena Macarena, Gaspard Ruffin, and Mercedes Haas. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. This was big. We had a real contest about who was going to be able to give this speech. First of all, we do need to give a massive shout out to our current EIC Mercedes, or co-EIC Mercedes Huss, who couldn't be here tonight. But without any of the five of us, plus everyone else on Cherwell, and most crucially, the person who decided to speak to us about their very, very difficult experience, like none of this could have been done. I wrote a very long, very sentimental editorial in the issue that this story came out, and the essence of it is what I want to say, which is that, like, every article we put out couldn't be possible without everyone, but that's particularly true of this one. And if the Daily Mail are listening, please just pop our name in next time. That would be really nice if you want to borrow our coverage. But thank you so much. Thank you, SPA.
Both. Oh, it's a little bit of both. And now to the best news story. Personally, I think that the winner for this category should be the piece that we authored in the little conference newspaper on the SPA dailies on your tables. I hope you've all seen them, including I was going to say the back side, that's not quite what I meant, but the flip side, where there's a man with his shirt off because he's so enthusiastic about having won an award. In fact, he didn't just take his shirt off, he literally ripped it off like a Hulk.
Yeah, please don't do that tonight. Anyway, back to the award. This was judged by George Parker, political editor of the FT, and Toby Thomas, health and inequalities correspondent at The Guardian. It was sponsored by the News Media Association, one of our headline sponsors, and without whom we wouldn't have much money. So we are very, very grateful. So, on to the highly commended. Our judges said, enterprising journalism taking on a big breaking story and providing vital updates for students. From running a breaking story on the website to regular updates throughout the evening, responsible and excellent journalism. The highly commended for Best News Story goes to Nikolai Morton and Tom Ryan from the board.
My heart's beating so fast right now. I'm Nikolai. Tom couldn't be here tonight, but I know he's watching, and I just couldn't have done this without him. He's the best journalist and the best friend also, and yeah, I'm just ashamed he can't be here with us tonight. But this story was something we never really imagined having to report. There's a big fire at a student accommodation, and I think having the responsibility to report that for our audience is, when stories like that come along, is a huge responsibility, but also a huge privilege. And being here this weekend among the other nominees has just been such an honour. And yeah, so I just want to thank amazing friends at the back over there at the bar. You want to thank the SPA for an amazing conference this weekend. Yeah, also Vera, one of our news writers called Vera, posted on our news writers chat that there was a fire. Can I write an article about this, she said. So, sorry we took that one as the news editors, Vera, but you got a shout out at the SPA Nationals, so what can you do better? Yeah, and thank you to the West Midlands Fire Department for your rapid response. We would have been there a lot longer otherwise, so thank you.
Lots of
Vera, you were robbed.
It should have been her.
I'll send you a certificate in the post. Congratulations. It only goes downhill from here, I promise. Okay, on to the winner. Of this person, the judges said, thorough reporting on a really, really important topic in which the authors got ahead of a really big story. An uplifting story from some very dark times. This was both a topical and emotive piece of reporting, and the fact that the reporter is still in contact with the students shows the rapport and trust build as well. So, the winner is Connor Walsh and Stanley Smith from Sherwell for their article on Gaza offer holders.
Yeah, so this was a story that we wrote after a number of Gazan students arrived at Oxford University, having had a struggle for several months for their visas to be approved because the only biometric centre in Gaza closed at the beginning of the conflict in 2023. I think the only appropriate thing to say in this situation is that whilst 4 Oxford offer holders made it to Oxford, one, Loe, didn't. He had his... in order to leave Gaza, Israel has to approve your security clearance. He has his personally blocked by the Israeli authorities. He challenged this in court, wanted no objection to leave, but by this time it was too late for him to take up his course, and so the Foreign Office did not take him up, and he is still there today. I was talking to him just the other day. The reason I say this is because some people here are actual journalists, unlike myself, and have contacts. If you know someone who you think could get this story into a national, please contact me. I have his number. It's a very, very moving story about resilience and ambition in the face of genocide. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
It's me. We are rattling through these awards now. There are just 4 more to go until we get to the interval. But a reminder that the bar is open throughout the evening. It's currently very quiet, which means that it's going to get very busy in about 10 minutes. You just need to make sure that you time your trip for when you're not up for an award. So that'd be lovely. Best Feature is coming up next, which was judged by Anoush Chaklian, Britain editor and lead podcast host at The New Statesman, and Patrick Studwick, an investigative journalist, editor, producer and presenter. It was kindly sponsored by Diageo. Of the highly commended, our judges said this: prescient, thorough reporting through human stories, exclusive research which holds the institution in question to account. The highly commended for Best Feature goes to Rachel Gore from The Boar.
Well, it's a big night for Rachel Gore, I do think. She's our new editor-in-chief, so congratulations to her. She'll be very pleased to receive this. Her article, believe it or not, was about meningitis, so it's very topical right now. But I think it goes to show it was a tremendous work. I did read it. Very, very good piece. I know she'll be pleased to read it, and I know she'd want to thank the people she spoke to, because she spoke to a lot of people. So, I mean, hats off to her. She's clearly very talented, if I do say so.
Excellent work. I wish someone was profusely as positive about me. Now on to the winner. Of this entry, our judges said, a fantastic subject explored perfectly. This person honed in on an unexplored area of the story, humanising the issue through strong case studies while evoking the wider struggle. Finding a fresh angle and linking it to the UK is exactly what an editor on British national newspapers would want. The winner is Stanley Smith from Sherwell.
was the one we wrote whilst it was still unclear that the students were going to make it out. Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, we now move on to an award which has only been running for 4 years. So technically that means if it were in Scotland, it would be about to graduate from its degree. So congratulations, Best Culture Writer. This was judged by Tanjil Rashid, Culture Editor at The New Statesman. And of the highly commended, our judge praised this person's stylish prose, adding that their writerly intelligence, that is a great phrase by the way, showed signs of great development. The highly commended goes to someone from a publication I don't think we've had yet, which is exciting. Valentina Vinciarelli from the Kingston Courier!
For this. Thank you to my teacher, Colin. Thank you to my friends and team, Ed, Aurelia, Kira, Sky. Thanks to my friends who weren't able to be here, Tia and Eric. And yeah, thank you so much. It was so special. Thank you.
That was incredible. Your lecturer just came up and filmed the moment for you. I love that. You should, I don't know if you get like student feedback awards, but you should win a student feedback award. That's like great. Okay, on to the winner. Of the winner, our judge praised this person's intellectual seriousness and commended what they called an intelligent entry. The winner is Isabel Slocum from Forge Press.
Shout out to Forge Press, shout out to Sheffield, shout out to the North. Journalism isn't just in London, and I love you all, we're the future.
Absolutely iconic, I love it.
Fantastic. We're now moving on to Rising Star, Best Newcomer, which means if you win, you are basically one of the little twinkly lights behind us on the curtain. Oh. It's given to someone who's just started out in student media and is already making a big impact, so watch out for these guys in the coming years. This award was judged by Sophie Huskinson, a political correspondent at The Mirror, and Josh Sanderford, a longtime friend of the SPA and a freelance journalist who's predominantly based in Birmingham. Whoop whoop indeed. This award has been kindly sponsored by our friends at Kingston University, who are here to give away that coveted glass trophy. Please give them a hand as they come to the stage.
Thank you. Yes, I'm the proud dad type person at the front, because that was my student who won culture. We're really happy to sponsor this award because it's kind of our job, basically, to nurture and support new talent. Proof of the pudding is here tonight. 7 nominations for our students, so big shout out to the Courier team. Okay, Rising Star, Best Newcomer. Of the highly commended, the judges said One of their pieces was breathtaking, on-the-ground reporting, far beyond what I would expect from a student journalist. Another piece also shows genuine investigative flair. This is proper news journalism that matters. They also said this combined on-the-ground local reporting with analysis of a national debate. It was thoughtful, thorough, and informative. The highly commended goes to Claudio Mecklenburg, the Mancunian.
Yeah, my name's Claudio Mecklenburg. It's a difficult one. But I'd like to thank all of the managing editors and section editors at the Mancunian, who obviously I only started recently, hence the Best Newcomer Award, and they really helped me develop as a writer. And I think I sort of covered strikes and community organised events, and my work really allowed me to see the power of the of community in the city in which I study. It's something that I'm quite proud of.
Now on to the winner. Of this person, the judges said, writing well about what you see is one thing, but the lengths they went to is another. This person is going to be a star. Another judge also said this person showed a wide range of impressive skills across their submissions, including reporting, interviewing, and feature writing. So the winner for Rising Star goes to Cave Cordatio Roar News.
Thank you so much to everyone. I only joined Raw, which is from King's College London, in October last year. I've written quite a lot from investigative journalism to more feature stuff, as they said, but really the thing I've been doing a lot of is court reporting through a lot of really horrible legal issues and stuff like that, and a really tragic incident on our campus. I've been to quite a few courts, the Old Bailey, things like that. And through a lot of sleepless nights, I've written quite a lot on that. So I'm very, very thankful. Thank you to Matt and Grace, who've been reviewing my articles at very, very terrible deadlines. Thank you to everyone, and thank you to Raw. Thank you.
I don't know how everyone's getting on with the bingo, but someone just came to the side of the stage and offered me £20 to take my shoes off. So. We're gonna, look, as a matter of personal pride, I need to make it to the second.
Come on, Jem. You're going to be a dictator again.
I feel really short now. Okay. We do move on to a slightly more sober part of the evening, if I could get a moment of calm. So this next award is actually very special to me, and it is the only, this is one of what I would consider, I know we're not allowed favourites, but I would consider this one of the most important individual award. The Billy Dowling Reid Award is named after both a friend of mine and student media. Billy Dowling Reid died of leukemia in 2018, and he was the founder of Mediarg, which was a groundbreaking media jobs website that was the first to ban unpaid internships being listed, and was a hugely generous support to both me and thousands of others breaking into the industry. So this award is really special to me, and you should all be very proud of making the shortlist. As is tradition, this award is judged by previous winners. Annie McNamee won in 2024. She's got some fans, and is now an apprentice broadcast assistant at Times Radio. And we've also had Fintan Hogan, who won in 2024 and is a graduate trainee at the Times. And we are immensely grateful for them to passing on the baton and judging this year. And we are incredibly proud of all of their successes. And before I pass over, this is normally the bit where I would just love to ask you if we could raise our glasses to Billy. I would appreciate it. So, thank you. You're next, Bree.
Thank you. This award was sponsored by In-House Communications, a fabulous Westminster agency that hosted our How to Break Into Political Reporting panel. Some of you may have been to earlier this year. They have this message for you. I'm going to give you this trophy if you'd like to prepare. In-House Communications is proud to sponsor this award. The Westminster agency was founded by Katie Perrier, the first female director of communications at Number 10. Katie and her team, Katie Perrier, not Katy Perry. But she'd love the comparisons, I've got to tell you. And she's here tonight. Sadly, Katy Perry couldn't be here, but Katie Perrier sends this continued message. Kate and her team are passionate about investing in the next generation of journalists and public affairs professionals, ensuring everyone has an equal chance to make it in both media and politics. In-House hosts events to bring together women political journalists, runs a fully paid, structured internship programme, and partner with I Have a Voice to help underrepresented young people build skills and confidence in politics, communications and civic life. Both the winner and the highly commended are exceptional young journalists and worthy recipients of this special honour.
So, of the highly commended, our judges said, a really impressive step up in responsibility and success in improving the financial standing of their publication. Few other applicants managed to give so much evidence of being both a team leader and an excellent reporter in their own right. This person has dedicated themselves to all elements of student journalism, from the exciting work of breaking stories to the much more mundane but equally essential. It is clear that this year their publication has been fueled by this person's passion for it. So, the highly commended for the 2026 Billy Dowling Reid Award goes to Isabel Catamol! Please tell me you put the mask on.
Hi guys, I'm less emotional this time, I promise. Thank you so much to the SPAs for this award. It's absolutely incredible. Viva Lee Badger as well. Love the Badger. Love you guys. I stepped into this role from being a book editor, not the most normal route to being an editor-in-chief, but I honestly wouldn't have it any other way. I love the Badger. I love student journalism. I think more power to us. There should be more of us. And I can't wait to see what happens with the Badger next year. I'm so amazingly proud of everyone who's been involved in this year. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Fabulous. What's everyone laughing at? Oh my God, she's watching over us. I'm going to go on like the firework that she rides on later. That's the sort of halftime show. Very Super Bowl. Right. We're going to move on to the winner now. And of this person, our judges said, they have been a brilliant all-rounder, Their work has expanded the publication's remit in multiple ways. They stand out as not only an essential member of their team, but as a creative and original thinker who's gone well outside the box. For someone to step up and take on so much boggles the mind. Their nomination brings me back to my time in student media and reminds me of the kind of people I'd have wanted on my team. The winner is Harper Alderson from the University Times.
So I'm obviously not Harper, but this award does belong to Harper, so that's another one for the bingo card ticked off. Congratulations to Harper, who is watching online with the rest of the University Times. Well done. This award will come back with me tomorrow and I'll send it in the post. Well done. Really well done. Thank you.
No, genuinely, well done, Harper. And I do know that you, as Jack said, you're watching on the live stream. I hope you're looking forward to judging it next year, because you won't get out of it. Excellent. Is this our final award for the section? That was really lackluster, I won't lie. But we now move on to Best Reporter. This was judged by Will Lloyd, Deputy Editor of The New Statesman, and Sarah Booker-Lewis, a local democracy reporter at Brighton and Hove News, who won Local Democracy Reporter of the Year 2025. So they know almost everything there is to know. This was kindly sponsored by Nostrada AI, and Leon is here to present it tonight. So please welcome him to the stage.
Thank you very much. Of the highly commended entry, our judges said terrific in-depth reporting on tricky subjects, as well as reporting on issues that matter to the wider student community. Really impressive stories. The highly commended award goes to Gaspard Ruffin from Cherwell.
Thanks everyone at Cherwell for all your support on all of the stories, and thanks to everyone that came forward with their stories. It's amazing to be able to write these stories. Thanks to you. Thank you.
Well done, Gaspard. Of the winning entry, the judges said, this person's pieces were very well written and engaging, covering important and serious issues. Good use of quotes, and their work held decision makers to account. Standout reporting, and no surprise to see one story have huge impact nationally, sharp, economical writing on sensitive subjects, and stories that challenged vested interests. The portfolio demonstrates great news sense, balance, and an eye for a scoop. I loved the way each story was framed. Very high praise indeed. The winner is Nick Meow from The Cheese Grater.
I genuinely didn't prepare anything to say, but I did tell the guys not to nominate me because I've graduated last year, actually. But thank you very much to the team at the Cheese Grater, right in the back. Yeah, and because I didn't prepare anything to say, I'm just gonna, I was in town today, and I bought a copy of the local paper, so shout out to the Norwich Evening News. Very good stories in there. So support local journalism, support print journalism, and thank you very much.
That is us for this half. That bar's looking suspiciously quiet. We're going to have a very tight 15-minute interval, and that's for you to restock your glasses before we go on to the publication awards, so don't go too far. We're going to be on time, because we don't want to get kicked out of here before we finish, all right?
And please do write some more hot takes for us to read out the back.
And I'm going to go and change into my Katy Perry costume. I'll be right back.
Sorry, I was waiting for you on that stuff.
No stress.
Spank 26, are you ready for your publication awards? Please welcome to the stage a woman with no shoes. Oh no, the shoes are back on, I can confirm. So eyes down for the second half. Please welcome a woman with her shoes on and a man who definitely does not have imposter syndrome. It's Jem Collins and Aubrey Allegretti!
That was so weak. We've got to start the second half better, guys.
Yeah, you go.
Right, we are back. This second half is shorter, I promise. I hope you all had a wonderful interval and are suitably excited for the Publication Awards. Thank you, thank you.
Oh, I've no idea where we are. I'm very sorry. What are we doing now? We're doing some hot takes. Great, okay, wonderful. Do you want to start? Tell me some hot takes, Aubrey.
Certainly. I mean, that wall is absolutely full at the back, and there's a few hot takes that are a bit too hot, even for my liking, so I've picked out my faves. This first one says, student journalism is more useful than a degree for getting a job. Strong agree.
I have one that says, Brie and Jem's jokes actually aren't that bad.
Yes.
However, someone on the live stream said the host, singular, is weird.
I've got one here that says the Northeast and Northern stories deserve more coverage and opportunity. 3 guesses where that came from. Thank you, the Courier.
So I have one that appears to have been added to throughout the evening. Someone has written, the tab isn't real journalism, sorry. Someone is actually standing up at the front. This was then seconded, thirded, fourthed, and fifth.
Next up, a potentially controversial one. All student publications need an agony aunt. Yeah, how we feel about that? 50-50, I'd say.
This one says, some people are too big for their boots in here.
Anyone want to own up to writing that? Anyone? Thought not.
One more?
Next up, I've got need more tabloid student newspapers. Nobody is reading sentences of under 30 words. My employer, The Times, would not be pleased about that.
Where do we go? The nominees at the Spank Awards are the sexiest journalists in the UK. And Republic of Ireland!
Next one, the sports section shouldn't be in the back of newspapers. Give us more recognition!
This one is a hot take. It says, it's okay to sell yourself to Rupert Murdoch.
It's not my handwriting. Next up, I have We Love Barney.
Yeah, this one is related. Men should be banned from editorial positions.
Next up we have, there should be an officially recognised award for mascots. Hashtag Brad for life. That's in honour of the Badger.
I'm going to do my last one now. Please don't do this, but this one says, Brie, take your top off.
Whoa. Is it my handwriting? Whoa, this second half could get messy. My final one is, I was forced to read this by somebody outside that lent me a lighter, but it's a good hot take. Some people don't need an award to know that they have impacted so many people. Brackets, I love concrete.
Okay, yeah, I know where I am.
It's just there, Jim, just there.
Right, and before we get going, I also do want to give out a shout out to our wonderful live stream team from Seth Conway Media, who are supporting us for the 3rd year in a row, and they have driven all the way from Devon, so thank you so much. Devon represent.
On the live stream, there is a comment from Phantom Official which says, "Who's operating the live stream?" And Kerry Lloyd replies, "Whoever it is, our head of broadcast is in love with them. We'll hook you up later, guys. We'll change the details." Does this move?
Yeah, we're doing.
Okay, that's enough of the forced fun. We're back to the awards. So remember, this is a whole publication award. So if you'll hear from that publication, please all come up as a group. And we're going to start with Best Culture Publication or Section. And if I had to pick, I think I wrote this joke last year and they're still here, I would say that this year's most cultured delegate is a hotly contested debate between Brad, bought by the Badger, and the as yet unnamed delegate from the Pigeon. And their team need a little bit of help naming the pigeon. And we have 3 options, and I want you to cheer, and the one that gets the loudest cheer will be forever named. This is like Boaty McBoatface, except I've taken the options away from you. You have 3 choices. You can hear them all first.
We will run through them all, yes.
So the first one is...
And just before you start, I'd like to clarify, this is the naming of a pigeon, so bear that in mind.
It's really important. The first name is Pippin, the second name is Pepper, and the third is Pidge, being beautifully displayed over there. So, we'll decide based on the loudest cheer. Let's hear it first for Pippin. 60, 65%. What about Pepper? Noticeably less. That's about 25%. And Pidge? Oh, we have our new mascot! The sponsors are so happy with that.
Well, that is a decisive victory if I've ever seen one.
So, this award for Best Culture Publication or Section was judged by Barney Jones, a professor of journalism at City University and former editor of The Andrew Marr Show, the BBC's flagship blend of politics and culture. Of the highly commended, our judge said it was really student-focused and interestingly quirky. The highly commended goes to Quench.
Not expecting to win anything. I was here for laughs.
I'm glad you got it.
I would like to thank the whole Quench team back in Cardiff. Welsh culture means so much to me. I knew very little about it before moving to Wales, and I'm just so happy that I get to shed light on all the talent that we have in Cardiff and Wales. And yeah, big thank you to my family and the whole Quench team, and Gary also, who are here. Woo! And yeah, long live Welsh culture. Thank you.
Congratulations. Amazing work, amazing work. We're now moving on to the winner, and of this publication, our judge said it was a brilliant production by talented staff who were studying art and turned out a piece of dazzling artwork themselves. The winner is the Courtaldian.
The man giving out the trophy was very excited by that one.
Can you give us a cheer if you're here from the Courtaldian? Yeah, there's not a lot of us, so thank you so much to all of the team. It's our first year knowing that the SPA exists. Thanks to Oisin for telling us about it. I just want to say, if you're an Asian, Southeast Asian, or East Asian journalist, look into the New Tide network, which is based in London, especially if you're looking for cultural opportunities. They put on so many young, talented journalists, and in a scene in the UK which is very underrepresented in terms of Asian and East Asian and Southeast Asian talent, it's a pool of experience that I highly recommend you hit up. Talk to me if you want to get involved. Thank you.
Okay, we are now on to our Best Project or Initiative category, which was very kindly judged by Rob Milne, Associate Director of PLMR Midlands. This is also sponsored by PLMR, who have been one of our headline sponsors for 2 years now, so we are incredibly grateful to them. So I would love to welcome them to the stage to present these awards. They are coming. We're almost here. It's so big.
Okay. Okay, so Rob said he found it incredibly tough to choose a top two, and I know this because he was back and forth and told me about it a lot, but he commended the great and innovative work across the board. So of the highly commended, our judge said, I was impressed by the strong research, engagement with communities beyond the campus, and the quality of its multimedia output, particularly the standard of video production. By combining print, documentary filmmaking and short-form video, it brings together academic research and storytelling to bring local history to new audiences. So the highly commended goes to Rewind Pathways to the Past.
Thank you. I don't really want to say much other than just thank you to everyone who was involved in Pathways to the Past. We produced a 45-minute documentary with literally none of us has had any experience in production. The fact we managed to do that, we did loads of outreach, and it was just so fun to just meet so many people through it. But thank you. Do you want to?
I mean, again, just the amount of work that went into this is just truly ridiculous. So yeah, it's great to see all that hard work be recognised. So.
Okay. Finally, on to the winner of this entry. The judges said, this project demonstrated a clear understanding of how the media industry is changing and the need for newsrooms to diversify into new formats to continue reaching audiences. The initiative is practical and reflects a model that professional newsrooms across the UK are increasingly adopting, but proves that you do not need to be a large national media outlet to do it. This is an excellent example of how student media can evolve and remain engaging while staying grounded in strong journalism. The winner is... I have to scroll. Raw News for Raw's broadcast.
Okay,
did not prepare anything for this, but I'm Penelope, I'm part of the broadcast team, and we're basically part of Raw TV, and we've really expanded on our multimedia journalism this year. We've spoken to so many interesting individuals, but also very controversial people like Jacob Rees-Mogg, Zach Polanski, Alistair Campbell, Neil Kinnock. We've spoken to so many interesting people and really tried to expand on how we approach student journalism. And it's such a beautiful art, it's such a beautiful way to expand beyond writing, and I'm just so happy that we've been able to kind of have an award that represents all the hard work we put in this year. Shout out to Leah, who's our co-editor-in-chief, who is part of the media, and it has basically helped bring this vision to life, essentially. But yeah, thank you so much to the team, and yeah, I cannot wait to see how this team expands in the next year. Thank you so much.
Congratulations!
Okay, and we are now on to Best Website. This was the point where I kind of ran out of jokes to write, so let's just go on with it.
Yes, this award for Best Website was judged by Julian Sturdy, a lecturer in broadcast and digital journalism at UEA, who was previously investigations editor at BBC East, and Barney Chowdhury, a lecturer in broadcast and multimedia journalism. It was kindly sponsored by PLMR, so please welcome them up to the stage if they're here. Yes, they're here. Waiting in the wings again.
Fantastic. Where am I from, Toby? Here. Okay. So, highly commended. The judge just said, this is a professional and impressively laid out website. We were blown away by the graphics, the clean appearance, and the sheer volume of content. It serves a fabulous educational purpose, easy to access, and I especially liked the podcast section. The search bar also makes it easy to scan past editions. So the highly commended for best website goes to Science Minds.
If it wasn't clear from that slightly awkward moment, I'm not from Science Mind, but I'm receiving this on behalf of being a fellow King's College London student. This is, I might add, the second year that I'm accepting an award from them for their amazing science journalism. It is an ongoing battle with our student union to get them to a national conference, but if, or I should say when, they win again next year, I promise you they will be here to accept it. Thank you.
Okay, now on to the winner. So the judges praised this publication for punching above its weight. They said this website doesn't just serve the student population, it has a massive overseas following. There's an international focus, as well as inclusivity and down-to-earth reporting of news and local sport. The winner is the University Times.
I'm not from the University Times, nor am I from Trinity College, nor am I from Dublin. I'm the only delegate here from Ireland. I'm from a very small publication in the University of Galway, but the University Times asked me to collect any award that they won. I didn't manage to collect Harper's award because there was a bit of a miscommunication with Jack, our regional officer, so I'm here to collect their Best Website Award. So yeah, I did ask them if they wanted to say anything. They did not respond to my message. So yeah, well done to the University Times, and up Ireland, I guess.
Okay. We are now back to sport, and this was judged by Michael Potts, who is a sports editor of Radio Times. Of the highly commended, Michael said, this publication looks like an absolute gem. Oh, that's my name. It's one thing being able to write about something you've seen happen. It's another to be able to research sporting events unlikely to be found anywhere else online. So, the highly commended goes to Raw News!
Brief because I'm not a great speaker, but I have to say my first piece I ever wrote in student journalism was for sport, and I love our sports section, so shout out to our 3 amazing short sport editors if you're watching. But yeah, thank you.
Okay, and on to the winner. And of this publication, Michael said, the sports section is thorough and looks very appealing. The online section covers a range of bases, including more student sports, alongside a steady stream of global stories. One of the pieces would not feel out of place if it were published on any esteemed national newspaper website. So, the winner is Palatinate!
Well, massive thank you to our sports team. You guys have been wonderful all year. I hope you're watching from home. Sadly, none of them could be with us today. But yeah, this is very well deserved and we're very excited. Thank you so much, guys.
Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. We're now back to science. And the fun anecdote here, for those of you who are fans of meteorological phenomena, which is not a phrase I would advise you to say after lots of pints, because this is the science section, I just wanted to let you know that those of you who are staying in the Premier Inn in Duke Street, that is the site of the viral TikTok 2 years ago, where 2 lads thought they saw the Northern Lights, but it was actually just the purple Premier Inn.
I love that story so much.
She wrote that. She made me say meteorological phenomenon. Anyway, it's now time for our best science publicational section, and this was also kindly sponsored by the Association of British Science Writers and judged by Deborah Cohen. Let's welcome the Association of British Science Writers back to the stage to present this award.
I ran back and then I was like, there's no point in even walking back at this point. Yeah, I would like to highlight before reading this out that this was judged by Deborah Cohen, who was a previous editor of the BBC Radio Science Unit. And of the highly committed, she said, lots of well-written news articles on a range of topics, great connection with their university's research, and the highly commended is Raw News. section at Raw, and I would like to really give out a shout out to the previous, I think she won a highly commended last year, Jana Basid. She started the science section. So if you're watching this, thank you so much. And I'm so glad that I joined Raw despite not being a humanities student at all. Thank you.
And now, as you were.
And now on to the winner. So, this publication has interesting and well-written articles with some connection with the university, others on issues of interest to students. It has a good range of news, features, and opinion pieces. The winner is The Boar!
Sorry, yeah, thank you. So I'm not editor of the science section, but I want to give a massive shout out to Georgia Karwadine, who is our editor of the science section. She's absolutely turned this section around. She literally rose it as a phoenix in the ashes. It was nothing before she came to the Boar. So we are so incredibly proud of her. And to everyone who's written for the science section, but especially to the deputy editors and the editor of the science section, Georgia, you have absolutely smashed it. We are so proud of you over there at the Boar. And yeah, we just want to say a massive thank you. I think the science section would be nothing without all of that team. So you've absolutely smashed it. This is such a shout out to you. We are so proud of you. Thank you so much.
I will give you that.
I don't know if you saw that, but the trophy was just leant on the lectern and nearly went off, and please don't do that. Right, okay, so we are now on to Best Overall Digital Media. This award was sponsored by our friends at City St George's, who you may have met at the Careers Fair earlier today, and they sent me a little message to read out to you all. They said the journalism department at City University, now known as City St George's, was keen to sponsor overall digital media because digital skills are vital for any would-be journalist and baked into all 7 of their MA journalism courses. They hugely value the work that the SPA does in championing and supporting the journalists of the future. Oh, thanks, babes. Which is a passion that we share and would argue that there's never been a more important time to be a journalist. So, we move to the highly commended, oh sorry, I have to do it, it's judged by. It was judged by Ellie Beetham, Head of Social Creative at DMG New Media, and David Chikapuktu from the podcast promotion producer at Sky News. Of the highly commended, the judges said, a great use of multi-platform thinking, using the best of platform tools to tell the story. The publication provides one of the strongest multimedia strategies in the category, combining clear social media, engaging video content, and interactive audience engagement. The publication demonstrates a well-rounded and highly professional approach, and the winner is Chawa!
Oh, it's very quiet.
I had to suspend my studies for a year because I'd spent too much time on Canva and ignoring my degree. So this is nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's been a lovely time. Probably not going to do journalism after this, but...
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think they wrote the hot take earlier about not wanting to be a journalist. Okay, on to the winner. Of the winner, our judges said, this publication have impressed again this year with exciting multi-platform thinking that shows off the best of their work. And they were particularly impressed with the dedication to inclusivity and allowing those with accessibility needs to be involved in the student community. So, the winner is Palatinate.
Thank you. We are so excited. Finn, I'm not sure why you're not up here. Our other editor-in-chief, we love you, Finn. But yeah, we're really excited by this award. We've been working really hard on the Instagram. Got a wonderful team who work on that. And we're super proud with our work on podcasts as well. Yeah, it's been a really good year. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Lovely jubbly. Now we're on some pretty big awards. We're going to move on to Best Newcomer Publication. Can I get a shout out from anyone who's here at Spank for the first time, please? Hey, there you all are. I thought you'd fallen asleep. And who's a returning Spanker? Hey, you know what you are. You're not eligible for this, I'm afraid, so there's no way to bribe us, but we are getting close to the end of the awards, and this is our run of Best Publication Awards, which is very exciting. This was judged by Steph Spyro, who is Deputy Political Editor and Environment Editor at The Express, and kindly sponsored by our wonderful hosts, Concrete, who's done a brilliant job helping organise this wonderful conference. So we're going to welcome Emily to the stage to present it! Or just Millie. Come on, Queen.
I'm trying not to drink. I don't want anyone to get anything.
Welcome back. Say whatever you like.
Amazing. Sorry, I was walking slowly. I don't want to trip and let you get one of your bingos. So, for this award, for highly commended, the judges said, this publication stands out for placing people at the heart of its storytelling. It seems there's also a strong understanding of its university audience. The publication achieves a strong balance between striking visuals and well-crafted text, while also having a varied editorial mix of sport, features, and more hard-edged news. The highly commended for Best Specialist Publication goes to...
For Let's just read that out. Let's just read that out.
Want to go with it?
Yeah.
The Passion.
Hey! We like to keep you in suspense. Subs, please check this board scripts.
Yeah, thank you to everyone who worked on the magazine. It was about writing about people who care about things, which I think we need to do more of. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you, Valentina. Thank you, Aurelia. Thank you, Kira. Thank you, Sky, the visuals editor. Yeah, thank you.
Amazing.
Sorry, guys, we'll blame the copy editor for that one. Okay, so for the winner our judges said, this publication is clearly driven by the determination and initiative of its founders, who built a team of student journalists without the benefit of existing infrastructure. Its colourful design is captivating and engaging. Overall, it is a delight to read, with consistently interesting pages and content that no doubt offers something for every student. The winner is Great Dispatch.
Now, they are not here, and the reason that they are not here is because they are a further education college, and we don't allow under 18s at SPANG. So, but I think we should give them a massive round of applause for smashing it out of the park. So we will get this to you. I hope you are watching.
Okay, before we move on, I just want to know if anyone has tried the custom cocktails, yeah? Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I'm just going to, oh, the bar's shut. Okay, I'll hurry up. We now move on to Best Specialist. And this was judged by Freddie Whitaker, the editor of Schools Week, and Ed Gove, a senior producer at Channel 4 News. Of the highly commended, our judges said, fascinating articles, even for someone who isn't particularly engaged in the topic. There is incredible design and a real character to the publication. It felt like the writer and the whole team were excited to share the things they found interesting. The highly commended for Best Specialist publication goes to The Courtaldian!
Thank you, Hannah Snyder, the president of the student union. Some student papers need to do libel checks every time they publish a story. That's fucked up. You should have more freedom of press. Thank you. Now moving on to the winner, our judge said. A remarkable publication, such a variety of content and so comfortably laid out. There is a wit and character in the publication that is rare to see. This is a beautiful publication that expertly balances text and images in a way that would give many commercial magazines a run for their money. And the winner is The Apiary! He was eating dessert.
He's eating someone else's dessert. No, a big congratulations to the Apiary, who were the highly commended in this category last year. So it just shows you that if you keep entering and do the hard work, it pays off. So a massive congratulations to them. Well done.
Well done, buddy. Well done.
Okay. I will keep going. I promise I am doing my best to catch up on time, despite the efforts of Aubrey Allegretti to keep adding jokes in. Now, we only have 3 left, which is exciting. However, I do have a very brief interruption to the schedule of events. As you may have heard earlier, a certain trustee will be leaving us this year. As you may have heard at the beginning, Brie and I have been here for far, far too long. We met at an SPA conference in 2014, running around Portsmouth trying to get a kettle. You are my best friend in the entire world. I am devastated you're leaving us. I do not think the SPA could have had a better trustee than you. We have a very small trophy for you. Please be upstanding for the amazing, wonderful Aubrey Allegretti! Bree, can I please get you to read what is on your trophy?
It says, Aubrey Allegretti, lifetime member, in brackets, and welfare risk. And this is the point where I'd like to say, I'm not actually Aubrey Allegretti. But I'm sure he'll be thrilled with it. Speech, I heard speech. Do I have time for like 2 minutes of speech?
Make it very quick.
My only comment was going to be that the first time I came to Spank, I ran for 4 committee positions in a row and lost every single one. I was deeply and uniquely unpopular. And then I sat in the back row of the AGM, and a man called Bill Coles told me that I should get up and run again. And that was in 2014 when I come to Spank with 2 of my teammates, Sam and Michael. And it was the best decision that I ever made, very much egged on by Bill. And he also gave us a present which was a fossilised shark's tooth. And if you haven't had the pleasure of his speech, I will sum it up in these sort of 10 seconds, which is effectively this. In the palm of your hands, you have a creature which was once the most sort of mighty thing on the planet and is now reduced to this sort of fossil. And it gives you the power to know that one day we will all be a sort of fossilised shark's tooth. And that means you have to spend your time on this planet wisely. Believe in yourself and be the best you can be at all times. Because tomorrow I will be another fossilised shark's tooth. I won't be here. There will be another SPA trustee. But my time was worth it. Thank you.
I can't believe he's not crying. This is an outrage. Okay. Back to the programme. They can have it later. We're behind on time, Peter. Okay. Right. We are now on to Best Newspaper Design. And I've lost entirely where we are, but this was judged by Isabel, the Deputy News Editor at Metro, and of the highly commended, Izzy said, a really impressive design which could easily be sold amongst our current national newspapers. A clear, eye-catching design that sets itself apart from the rest with their strong use of graphics, photography and snappy headlines. I believe the team have a bright future in the industry. The highly commended goes to York Vision!
I'm not an editor, but if Charlotte Ambrose is watching on the live right now, this is your award. This is such a shout out to tabloid journalism. Let's sensationalize news again. Let's make it snappy. Let's clickbait everyone. We redesigned, so if we weren't going to win anything this year, we're never going to win anything again, so I'm glad that we won.
Okay. Now on to the winner. And of this publication, Izzy said, this is an excellent paper, which I would easily pick up thinking it was a local paper. The team's particular use of imagery really gives it an edge, and each page has been beautifully sub-edited. No errors, no mistakes, and just the perfect amount of copy on each and every page. It is the little things that make this paper great. They are really thinking about a modern-day approach to newspapers while still honouring their history. The winner of Best Newspaper Design 2026 is a former host of Spank, Epigram! a lot of you. That's a sign for me.
Right, go on, Miles.
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say really. Nearly, this close. I just want to, I mean, all the countless all-nighters have been worth it, I guess. I just want to thank all of our section editors. Felix over here, film and TV, stunning section. All of our proofreaders, all of our sub-editors. Ella, my deputy print editor, she's been phenomenal. And of course, our co-editor-in-chief, Jules, who is the mastermind behind our design.
I got quite drunk last year and I was vocally disappointed that I didn't win this one. So this feels like a comeback, and I'm very, very relieved. Yeah, the print design has been like 2 years in the making, and I mean, Alex from last year, like, the design of this print has been such a labor of love, and yeah, I'm just so proud of us. And I hope you all like it. Like, I hope you look at the paper and think that we've done a good job, because that's all we want to do.
It's me. Okay. Best magazine design. That's a terrible joke. This award was judged by Erica Weathers, head of design at the New Statesman, and Alice Pomfret, a magazine and books designer based right here in Norwich. Of the highly commended, our judges said a magazine jam-packed with personality. Continue to have fun with designing this magazine. It is showing. And our other judge said this is a bold and expressive publication that successfully blends tailored photography with experimental typography. The highly commended for best magazine design goes to Planorama!
Hello. I want to give a massive thank you to our 3-person design team that designed an entire 40-something page magazine. To Dia, my right-hand man in everything. Thank you for being the only biochemistry student that has ever used Canva so successfully. Thank you, Oriel, for always doing amazing, beautiful mixed media pieces. Thank you, Scarlett, for being the champion of zines everywhere. The artistry, the passion, the dedication to queer art that's put into our magazine is like unprecedented. Yeah, thank you to SPA for having us. It's really hard. Sorry, SPA, whatever. It's really hard to find your people sometimes at university and to find other like-minded queer creative people. So we're just so happy to have found each other and to celebrate other queer students. And thank you to the Black trans women who built queer culture, have made it so that me and Hannah can stand in front of you today and be celebrated. And as Hudson Williams said, love y'all. The sound is included in the message, baby.
Amazing work. Now on to the winner. It's going to take a lot to top that, guys. So of this publication, our judges said, a minimal, confident and assured design, beautiful use of imagery and typography, you are starting to build a really successful identity for yourselves. And our other judge said, this publication excels at combining style photography with dynamic typography. It is both ambitious and thoughtfully executed, has established cohesion alongside an elevated brand identity. And the winner is Threads. I think they've... That's them! I think they're excited. I think they're very excited. She's going for gold in the 100-meter sprint.
Holy shit! Where's the sweat?
You can say it again, but it's the microphone even louder this time.
Oh my god. So yeah, swear it's only card. I never expected this. I'm not even from a journalist background. I'm just a humble 30-year-old lass from South Shields who came back to study. We got sun dancers here, good. Yeah, just ignore the wrinkles and this. But yeah, I came back to study after a little bit of time. I'm actually doing a BA in graphic communication, and this was a collaborative effort from me at Newcastle College University Centre with Durham University. I never expected this. I'm gonna hecking cry again. Mara. But yeah, it said thank you so much to my alumni Lewis Burnham for getting me the role to work with all these amazing people at Durham University. Haley as well, my typographic editor, for making sure like all the type was really good. But yeah, everyone at Fred. I want to thank my partner, Poyan Adrian Kwan, as well, for giving me so much support, because he's not here, but like the amount of support he gave me to push and come back to education and everything, it's just been absolutely wild. And to everyone here as well, utmost respect for all your work in journalism, for all that sort of stuff. To quote my old friend as well, for Result and Talent, pour your heart and soul into everything you do, because that will make it worthy for your time as well. And the last thing, fuck Gen AI.
Congrats.
Well done.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are. This is it, guys. This is your bit, Rick.
Yeah, this is the best publication time. Oh my gosh. It's been a long night, but it's been so much fun. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Last year, this award was won by Etagram. Before that, it was the student from Edinburgh. Then Expose from Exeter. And back in 2022, the Mancunian. It's good to know there's one or two Mancunians in the house. But who could it be this year? This award was kindly sponsored by the News Media Association and judged by its chief executive, Owen Meredith.
Also, by the way, thanks for the lighting, tech people. I'm loving the glitter book. So, of the highly commended, our judge said, compelling storytelling with a clear editorial direction and ethos embedded in student life. The team take their storytelling very seriously and have a clear editorial focus and commitment to standards. With a clear focus on their audience and the stories that matter to students, this publication has demonstrated an innovative strategy that is delivering results and growing reach. The highly commended for best publication goes to
Epigram!
She's running! They're hugging, but not on the stage. Get that up here. Go back!
I would like to say I'm very proud of the entire editorial team, of Julia, my co-editor, and honestly, it has been a pleasure and a privilege to be able to give all of our students the platform that they deserve to tell the stories that they want to tell, because, I mean, I just love it so much. I think I was up here last year saying I love it more than my family, but you know.
Yeah, but you were talking about your mum. We have definitely sacrificed our degrees for this. And it has been the best year. I think we're ready to let it go, but it has been the best time, and I can't thank SPA enough for giving us a place to show off and be proud and congratulate ourselves on the great year that we've had. And every other paper in this room, I can tell how proud everyone is of the hard work they've been doing all year. And I just want to say, well done. Like, it's really cool. I love seeing everyone's work in print. Like, I love print media.
And, yeah,
It's feeling a bit tense.
I'd do some deep breathing if I were you. Oh my God. Do we need an ambulance? No, I think we're fine. Right, we're now moving on to the winner of Best Publication. And I'm going to read out the judges' comments. Just contain your excitement for 30 more seconds. Okay, here we go. In a highly competitive category, this publication stood out as an innovative outsider with an eye for engaging design, challenging the establishment with compelling and relevant stories that have found an audience. Their digital strategy and growth speaks for itself, with a determination to reach readers where they are, with a multi-platform approach while investing in their print product. Overall, they have shown commitment to delivering journalism that champions its readers and delivers impressive engagement and results. The winner of Best Publication is The Cheese Grater!
Too hard. I'm really sorry. You can go first.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, sorry. We're being totally insane. Basically, I think, I'm sorry if this is wrong, but I think we're the only publication in the UK. We started as an alternative publication in 2004 at UCL, our university, and I think we're the only publication in the UK where, as an alternative publication, we're like more popular than like a lot of the mainstream publications at the university. We have a printing grant from the SU and a dream, and like, it's just like, yes, shout out Guy Stepney from the SU, who we love, who's incredible. But it just means so much to us because I feel like we just put so many hours in. Like the whole team is here. We're so delighted to be able to win this award.
like given our origins, we were just like founded as a stupid like kind of like satirical magazine at UCL. So it's crazy that we could be here at the SPAs and win Best Publication. Like we never imagined this. Like they were reading out the winners and we were sat at the table being like, "There's no way this is us." Yeah, Mel McCarthy, you want to speak?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with all of that, everything she said. But genuinely, it's such an honor and it's so incredibly cool. I think this is the first time we've won.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. This is okay. Which is now feels. I think sometimes we felt a little silly with like our 55 people that we brought.
Yeah, we're really sorry for being so insufferable, but this is like our Oscars, you know. So yeah.
I'd really like to thank the editorial team, Rebecca, obviously my co-editor, James Go, who can't be here, but it is his birthday today, so happy birthday, Go! Holly, Katrina, Sophie, Renica, who's our women's wrongs editor, but such an integral part of the publication, obviously. Am I missing any editors?
And Nick and Rob, who were our editors last year, who like basically set this up for us. We're so incredibly grateful to them.
We love Nick and Rob.
And Izzy Moore, the president!
Hold on, there's a lot of people in there. We're getting there. Okay. I'd like to thank everyone else in committee, obviously, and I'd like to thank Izzy Moore, who's been writing on my hand throughout this entire conference, and is also our president, without whom the society obviously would not function. I'd like to thank Guy Stepney at the union specifically.
Shout out Guy Stepney.
And obviously the SPAs. Rebecca?
I think that's it. Sorry, we've had long enough. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
What an epic finale. What an epic finale. Before you all go, we would like to get everyone who has won tonight, winners or highly commended, up to the stage for a group picture. So if you could sort of start to ready yourselves on the sides whilst we continue the outro. We obviously need to say thank you to a few people, and I will be taking my top off just for Peter Sheehan in about 15 minutes.
So we have I'm not going to say brief list, but we do have a list of people that we do need to thank. So first of all, I would like to thank our sponsors, without whom this would not be possible. We have the News Media Association, PLMR, Bloomberg, City St George's, Diageo, Cardiff University, Kingston University, UEA Journalism, the Association of British Science Writers, the Sandra AI, In-House Communications, Newsworks, Seth Conway Media, Concrete. That's it! That was a lot.
We've also got to thank our judges, but there are too many to thank by name. Our executive officers, trustees and project officers for shortlisting, especially our chair, Matthew, who you heard from earlier. He's been an outstanding chair, so we're incredibly grateful for how he's thrown himself into the AGM, truly making this our best conference yet. He is standing down, sadly, as chair tomorrow. We'll have leaving drinks together. So there are big shoes to fill, and if any of you are thinking about running to replace him, please join our AGM. We'd obviously like to echo the thanks that's already been given today to the service staff, the cooks, the people behind the bar, the security staff, the people that will be cleaning up this confetti afterwards. Thank you in advance.
Obviously, of course, the technical crew, the lighting, the sound, the disco ball, social media, photographer, live streamers, our wonderful UEA host publication. There are too many of you to thank. A special thank you to Millie and Hannah. And a final thank you to everyone who tuned in virtually, online, held watch parties. I hope we weren't too terrible for you. I promise we are nearly done.
Yes, we want you to have a fabulous night, so please do make the most of the venue. We've got to be out of here by 11:30.
Which was 20 minutes ago.
So the after party next door will continue. We're going to do very quick photos here. It's downstairs, thank you. And if you work hard, you've got to play hard, so you need to be back here by 9:30 tomorrow, because I've got to be back here by 9:30 tomorrow.
So yeah, thank you all so much. We will see you at 9:30 tomorrow. Winners highly commended. Please come to the stage for the photo, and we will see you downstairs for the after party till 3 a.m.
Spank 26, the late edition, the after party to the National Awards happens downstairs at the Blue Bar. You want to head back out the LCR, back into the SU and downstairs from the stairs, or you want to head out where the waiters came in, turn right and head downstairs from the stairs.
Okay, come onto the stage, winners and highly commended. Let's get going. Shall we sort of kneel?
Okay. Yeah, I can just about kneel.
Right, this is going to get cozy. You don't have to get out. I'm just like trying to sort of not get in anyone's way.
Oh, wait, did you know that